Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Well, if the trades are to be believed out there, it looks like we officially have our Green Lantern, aka our Hal Jordan, for the new DC universe out there that James Gunn has completely and totally rebooted and starting fresh with a lot of other things out there. And according to the rumor mills and everything else we've heard, this actually kind of lines up and actually makes sense. The trades are talking like it's basically a done deal. So we're going to check this information. We're getting all the juicy details and see exactly what we've got going on with this here, because obviously, like I've said in the past before, I am a bit of a DC fanboy. I absolutely love the kind of stuff that I love those characters. I love Batman. I love Superman. I love the Lanterns. I love all of this kind of stuff. Constantine, all of the rest of it. So it's one of them situations where I do really hope this is successful. I really do hope this ends up going very well, and we actually end up getting some good quality stories, because that is something that Warner Brothers and DC in general have been severely lacking over the last few years. And obviously, I was just as heartbroken as many other people out there when we knew Henry Cavill wasn't going to come back after such a wonderful little tease that we had in the Black Adam movie. But at the end of the day, Warner Brothers is broke, boys and girls, and they need to do stuff that's going to be a surefire hit that's not going to cost them tons of money like we have seen in the past. And at the end of the day, that's what's really behind the biggest amount of this DC reboot, is the fact that Warner Brothers is broke, and Zaslav goes, look, you need to make us something good that is not going to cost me an arm and a leg. So that's exactly what we've got right here. So we're going to check out this article from cosmicbook.news and check out all the juicy details and see exactly what they're talking about. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. What do you think about Kyle Chandler? Do you think he'll end up being a good fit for the kind of Hal Jordan, older kind of character that they're going for in this situation right there? Or are you just completely and totally done and have no idea about any of this stuff and just want to see what happens when it all comes out? Let us know either way in the comment section down below. As always, it does help with the algorithm. So Kyle Chandler in talks for Green Lantern's Hal Jordan by our dear sweet Matt McGloin over there. It's now reported that Kyle Chandler is in talks to play Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, in James Gunn's DCU Lantern series. Now remember, this is going to be a television series. This isn't going to be a big movie production. That's what they're kind of trying to go with all of this kind of stuff. So according to the trades, it sounds like it's a done deal. The 59-year-old Kyle Chandler is known for a plethora of projects, including Friday Night Lights. He starred in Godzilla, King of Monsters, and Godzilla vs. Kong, Bloodline, Early Edition, Homefront, and lots more. And this is an actor I've seen. It's not a guy that you necessarily always remember from like a bunch of big blockbuster stuff, but he's done a lot of good solid work over the years. He's just a good all-around general actor, and I'd imagine he'll probably end up doing a pretty good job as Hal Jordan, but it also always depends on the writing and the director, and we'll have to see what happens with all of that. There were previous reports that actors like Chris Pine, Josh Brolin, and Ewan McGregor were going to play Green Lantern, Hal Jordan in the series. But based on what I have been previously told by insiders, those actors came at too high of a cost. Yeah, like I said, Warner Brothers is broke. Kyle Chandler fits with David Zaslav's cost-effective approach, as I was told he demanded that Gunn reboot the DC universe with cheaper talent, which once again, that's more of the rumors. That has been proven time and time again true on a lot of this kind of stuff from his insiders out there at Comic-Con, and this lines up perfectly with that. I mean, this guy's essentially a television actor, and you're hiring for a television show, so why would you want to spend a ton of money on some big blockbuster name when this is something that's going to end up on your streaming services, on HBO, on Max, on stuff like that kind of thing out there? So we'll see what happens. We also see that it is proven in the description of the Green Lantern series, which is not set in space, too costly, but in the heartland of America, on Earth, grounded. Follows new recruit John Stewart and Lantern legend Jordan, two intergalactic cops drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. Up to play John Stewart is Kevin Harrison Jr., according to the rumors. Lanterns is from Chris Mundy, who will serve as writer, showrunner, and executive producer. Damon Lindelof and Tom King will serve as an executive producer and are co-writing with Mundy. Warner Bros. TV is producing, obviously, this is based on the DC Comics Green Lantern. So obviously, David Lindelof has given us a lot of good stuff in the past, but he normally kind of screws off after season 1 and things kind of go to hell after that. So we'll see what happens with things like that. But Tom King also, we've seen some of the kind of stuff he's produced out there over at DC Comics out there, and so it makes you kind of make you go, ugh. But at the end of the day, I don't know. With this casting announcement, it seems like this won't be a bad thing at all. They're going for the guy right there. He's got kind of a look for it. He's got kind of a Hal Jordan kind of older kind of look for all this kind of stuff. So I don't know if this is going to end up being good or bad, but it's the latest news we've got. And like I said, I'm a DC fanboy, and I like to keep up on all of this stuff and see what's going on with this. And hopefully we end up getting a good Green Lantern series. I love the Lanterns out there. I love the lore. I love the story behind them. Hal Jordan is an absolute OG guy out there. John Stewart is also another great Lantern that a lot of people love out there. So combining these two, if done well, should be a surefire hit with a lot of the DC fans out there. But at the end of the day, will it only be a matter of time before we see how well this actually works and whether or not Green Lantern is going to be going out there and taking care of some disastrous dumpster stuff in the heartland out there, or if this thing ends up turning into a disaster. Only time will tell, but Kyle Chandler looks like he will be our Hal Jordan. Whether or not that's for better or worse, it will only be a matter of time before we all find out, boys and girls.